Not every champion becomes a superstar. Some don't get flashy promotions. Some don't get pay-per-view hype. Some don't get respect, even after beating elite opponents. Today, we're not talking about Ali, not Tyson, not Mayweather. We're talking about the champions who did everything right and still get overlooked. These are the most underrated champions nobody talks about. And number one might surprise you. Let's begin. In 10th place, Joe Calzaghe stands alone, undefeated. 46 wins, 0 losses, 32 knockouts. A decade-long reign as super middleweight king. He took every major belt, WBO, IBF, WBC, WBA. He beat Bernard Hopkins in America. He outclassed Roy Jones Jr. in New York. Southpaw. Relentless volume. A blur of jabs and flurries, always on the front foot, never letting opponents breathe. Never knocked out, never truly in danger. And yet, the US never bought in. Calzaghe's biggest pay-per-view was just 225,000 buys, less than half of what was expected. No drama, no trash talk, no flash, only perfect results. How does a flawless record and wins over legends still leave a champion underrated? That's the puzzle. Is it the accent, the style, or just the quiet confidence of a fighter who let his fists do the talking? You tell us. Does greatness need hype, or is greatness enough? Number 9. Winky Wright built his legacy behind a wall, his high guard. 33 wins and just 2 losses. IBF light middleweight champion. The man who outboxed Shane Mosley not once, but twice. Clean, clinical, no drama. Jab, slip, catch, return. He made offense look like a chess match, not a brawl. Promoters saw numbers, not fireworks, just 300,000 viewers at his peak, all on basic cable. Judges? Too often, they saw a close fight and gave it to the flashier name. Wright's defense was so good it bored the networks. No pay-per-view hype, no knockout highlight reels, only mastery, only wins. Why does a fighter who beat Mosley twice still wait for his due? Is defense too quiet for the spotlight, or does skill without spectacle fade from memory? You decide. Does greatness need a knockout, or just a win? 8th place, Michael Spinks. Olympic gold in Montreal. 31 wins, no defeats, 22 knockouts. He ruled light heavyweight, undisputed. Then he did the unthinkable. He moved up and outboxed Larry Holmes. Not once, twice. He was the first man to dethrone Holmes, the man who was chasing Rocky Marciano's record. And yet, politics stepped in. The WBC stripped Spinks for refusing Tony Tubbs, sanctioning fees and boardroom threats. His legacy was erased from the headlines. The heavyweight crown was brief. The spotlight was dimmed by belt drama and backroom deals. $5 million in pay-per-view, but no parade. How does a man who beat a legend twice become a footnote? Is greatness decided in the ring or in the boardroom? You tell us. Does a champion need the right belt or just the right night? Number 7. Juan Manuel Márquez. 56 wins, 7 losses, 40 knockouts. A 4-division world champion, yet often cast as the underdog, the foil, the man across from the superstar. And then, on December 8, 2012, the right hand. Pacquiao flying face first into the canvas. 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round 6. One punch that stopped time. That is not luck. That is years of reading angles, setting traps, living in the shadows of bigger names. Márquez made a career out of timing the untamable slipping, countering, and punishing mistakes with surgical precision. A featherweight king from 2001 to 2007, he collected belts but never the spotlight. Even after the Pacquiao stunner drew 1.2 million viewers, the world called it an upset. Was it? Or was it the purest counterpunch in modern boxing? A master finally writing his own ending? Why is a knockout heard round the world still not enough? Is it weight class bias? Or just the quiet brilliance of a champion who never fit the script? You tell us. Does one perfect punch rewrite a legacy? Or does the world still look away? Number 6. Kostya Tszyu. 31 wins and just 1 defeat. 22 knockouts. The iron-fisted king of the 140-pound division. Russian-born, but never a network darling. His right hand, devastation. Just ask Zab Judah. One thunderbolt, and Judah's legs did the dance heard round the world. IBF, WBC, and lineal champion from 2001 to 2005. Unified, undisputed, unyielding. But did the TV cameras follow? Not really. Tszyu's promotional budget ran 30% lower than the big American names. Fewer primetime slots, less hype, less noise. All power, no marketing push. When a chronic shoulder injury forced him out at just 33, the run ended early. No farewell tour, no Hollywood send-off, just a quiet exit from the spotlight. So why does a destroyer like Tszyu get left off the all-time lists? Is it the passport, the accent, or just the business of boxing? You tell us, does greatness need a billboard, or is a champion's punch enough? Number 5, Sergio Martinez. 56 wins, 5 losses, 45 knockouts. The southpaw from Argentina who floated with his hands low, feet gliding, chin daring you to try. He didn't just beat champions, he erased them. One left hand, one perfect arc, and Paul Williams fell like a tree in the forest. Slow motion, replay, disbelief. That punch, 7th round at Boardwalk Hall, still echoes through highlight reels. But Martinez was already 35 when United States television found him. No HBO push, no $1 million hype, just a 25% promotional budget compared to American stars. Fewer interviews, fewer slots, fewer headlines. Even as he unified the middleweight belts, his knees were buckling. Surgery in 2013 and retirement followed soon after. So what's left? A record stacked with knockouts, a style nobody could mimic, a legacy built on timing and angles. And still, the world barely blinked. Was it the passport? The accent? Or did greatness just arrive too late for the cameras? You tell us. Does a single perfect punch make a legend, or does the clock always win? Number 4, Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea. 40 wins, 1 loss. Only 17 knockouts. He danced, slipped, rolled, made world champions miss by inches, then by miles. In 1993, he faced Julio Cesar Chavez. One of the greatest defensive performances ever broadcast. 1.8 million tuned in. Slip, pivot, counter. Chavez could barely touch him. The world saw it, but the networks called it boring. Too slick, too safe, not enough danger for the pay-per-view crowd. The rematch was blocked. Sanctioning bodies threatened to strip him if he didn't face a mandatory. HBO projected a 15% drop in buys if Whitaker headlined again. Too defensive, they said. Not enough knockouts. 40 wins, but the business wanted blood. Whitaker stayed champion, undisputed at welterweight from 1990 to 1995. But the big money, the big stage, always just out of reach. So is greatness measured in highlight reels, or in the punches you never see land. You tell us, does a master of defense deserve the spotlight or just the respect of those who truly know? Coming to the top 3, Alexander Usyk steps into the ring. 20 fights, 0 defeats, undisputed at cruiserweight, unified at heavyweight. He didn't just beat Anthony Joshua, he outmaneuvered him, outthought him. While the world waited for a knockout, Usyk danced, pivot, jab, body shot, pivot again. 2.1 million tuned in for the Joshua rematch. But what did they see? Not brute force, not a slugfest. A lesson in movement on the canvas. Usyk trains like no other. Breath holds, ballet for balance, neurotracker drills. Sports science says his proprioception score is 12% higher than the average heavyweight. That's not luck, that's evolution. 65% knockout ratio, but it's the feet, not the fists, that win in fights. In a division built on mass and muscle, he proves timing and angles still matter. And yet, the spotlight chases the punchers, not the dancers. Is technical mastery too quiet for the heavyweight throne? Or is Usyk the new blueprint? You tell us, does power rule, or is the real king the one who cannot be caught? Number 2, Salvador Sanchez, featherweight king. 44 wins, no defeats, 1 draw. 32 knockouts. A champion at just 21. He beat Danny Lopez twice. He outclassed Wilfredo Gomez, the Puerto Rican knockout machine. High pressure, body shots, endless stamina. Sanchez never stopped moving, never stopped punching. But there is a silence. August 12, 1982. A Porsche, a highway, and a crash that ended it all at 23. No farewell, no decline, just silence. What could he have been? 9 title defenses. Still, his name fades outside Mexico. No HBO specials, no million-view paydays, only the ache of what might have been. Yet his legacy lives on in the gym he founded. Over 1,200 kids have trained at the Sanchez Youth Academy. In 2022, the Hall of Fame finally called. But is that enough for a fighter whose prime never truly began? Is greatness measured by what was or by what was lost? You tell us. Does a champion's legend grow in the ring or in the echo of a life cut short? And finally, in first place, Ken Norton. 56 wins, 8 losses, 20 knockouts. The man who broke Muhammad Ali's jaw. March 31st, 1973, San Diego. 12 rounds. Ali, the untouchable, the icon, the mouth. Norton, quiet, built like a linebacker. Not the favorite, not the star. But that night, he jabbed, pressed, circled, and never flinched. Round 2. Norton lands a right. At 2 minutes and 45 seconds, Ali's jaw fractures. He fights on, but the rhythm is broken. Norton's jab keeps coming. Ali's pain shows. The crowd, 2.5 million watching, sees the champ grimace and sees Norton's calm. Round 12, the referee halts it. Split decision. Norton wins, taking the WBC belt that night. But what does the world remember? The injury, not the tactics, not the poise under fire, not the man who outboxed the greatest. HBO's 2024 documentary tries to rewrite the ending. Too late, or does the real story live in the ring, not the headlines? You tell us. Does a broken jaw make a legend, or does a legend get broken by the story everyone else tells? Across all 10 names, one truth cuts through the noise. Skill alone isn't enough. Timing, footwork, defense, all mastered. Yet greatness without hype can vanish in the shadows. In boxing, silence often hides the sharpest blades. So who did we miss? Drop your pick for the most underrated below.